If you look at the news at the moment, just so we're clear about behavioural insights team and nudge, the reason it's so anti-democratic is because it's a refusal to go out and win the hearts and minds of the public, and instead it attempts to cajole psychologically and nudge you in a certain direction rather than argue the virtue or the merits of the position. It's why we see things like meltdowns, burning things, infernos to create a kind of Hollywood-style movie that induces fear and irrationality, actually, rather than saying, like the other gentleman said, and this is the really important point, you think this thing and I think that thing. He's absolutely right. And you think this thing and we're hearing the same bits of information. And what he's actually saying is, who's going to argue for their moral web, for their moral position, for the political position they want to see? Now, the reason I started with the Scottish Enlightenment is because it's one of those moments that it puts humans and individuals at the heart of making history. And this experiment we've had for about 300 years is just that. It's an experiment where the ideals and the ideas of the individual within society and our contribution to changing it through our endeavours is there. Now, it's not immutable. We've seen that in the last few years, the kind of measures that we've seen in other places around a social credit system can be put in place, and it's very concerning. And I would put to you that it's incumbent on all of us to take responsibility to win some more people in, to join together, to get involved here. Afterwards, speak to Matt and the guys. We need Edinburgh to be a showcase like we've done as well in Cambridge and in Canterbury, in Bath, in Bristol. Up and down the country, we've got local regional hubs and campaigners where people are winning over arguments. It's why we're able to put pressure on elected representatives, many of which, by the way, only get a few hundred votes to this point. Often people don't think it's worth coming out because these politicians live in a parallel universe. Let's make everyone accountable. And sure, some have got a civic interest. They're trying to do the best they can. But the way we get trust is we build up trust in ourselves. Our contribution, we make ourselves the subjective changing people in society. We change things. That's how we get trust.